Our country is in serious trouble.
Damn, had to shut all these damn kids up. I got a bunch of kids in the house. Fucking half of them ain't even mine. True story. Let's see here. Working it out. How many of y'all sticking to your New Year's resolution? Does anybody do those anymore? Anybody stick to what they say they're gonna do for New Year's? Because I know a lot of people don't. I'm one of them. I try not to set resolutions for the new year because I just feel like if it's not in your lifestyle that way and you haven't slowly progressed to make those steps, then it ain't gonna be in you. You'll fail. You'll fail before you even fucking start. So, yeah, I mean, things are. It's hard to keep resolutions though. You know, I mean, it's hard because there's a lot of pressure on people to do well, right? And I think that holding yourself to a high standard when you can't really finish those things, right? Like if you can't commit to that, eating better, exercising, waking up early, those are all things that you have to instill in yourself. Like you can't just wake up one day and be like, you know, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to run 5 miles. Because those habits that you built, right? Those bad habits, drinking, smoking, not waking up early, sleeping in, those are kind of instilled in you. And I think you need to break that cycle and pretty much like you have to have a plan. You can't just say I'm going to do it and then you actually stick to it. That's very hard to do. Some people can do it, right? I'm not going to discount it. Like, for instance, for myself, you know, I drink alcohol here and there, and there's been times where I can completely stop. Like, I'm just like, cool, I'm done. Cold turkey. You know, I'm 44. I'm going to be 44 next Friday. And there was a time that I was sober for damn near 12 years. 12 years I was sober. I was sober for 12 years. And then I turned 13. And I started drinking. If you didn't catch that, you suck. But yeah, unfortunately, I did experiment with alcohol at an early age. But hey, that's whatever. But back to my point is, you know, it's kind of hard to hold yourself accountable, right? Like we always want to hold other people accountable for, you know, not doing what they're supposed to do. So that's a hard thing to do. And if it is, I forgot where I was going with this. I'm going to cut this out, but I don't care. Anyways, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you guys for coming back. And, you know, one thing about this podcast, the reason why I also started is because I wanted to put good energy back into the universe. Now, I don't know if you believe in energy and in how people come across or get a vibe from somebody, but I believe that energy has a lot to do with how you live your life. And what I mean by that is, have you ever, been in a workplace? Just say workplace, right? Have you ever been in a workplace where everybody was pissed off, everybody just had this negative energy, and then that kind of like fell on you, like you absorbed it, and excuse me, and you kind of like ran with it, like that became you, that became who you were, is that negative energy, or which I have, or on the other side of it, have you ever been into a work environment where everybody is just positive and supporting, and they just put out this great energy that supports you in what you want to do, and you end up being like a successful person in that industry, whatever you're doing, right? You could be working at McDonald's. It don't matter. Like if you have good energy there and you're happy at doing what you're doing, then good for you, right? But I just want to understand, like, if do people feel energy, or do you take on that energy, right? Because there's a lot of energy at my current workplace where I have to deflect a lot, right? I have to deflect all this negative energy, and I have to put a positive spin on it, right? I become a spin doctor, as they say. And there's a lot of times where it's like I completely understand what this person is telling me, right? And how they feel, but it doesn't have to do with the workplace. It's the energy that they're bringing in from the outside world, right? Because I focus on my job, and they're bringing this outside energy into the workplace, and you know it's hard to deal with at times. But what I do, like I said, is I do a lot of deflecting and how do you say that? Just redirecting that negative energy, right? And then I'll throw a positive spin on it, right? Well, at least, like if somebody says, "Man, this job sucks," and blah blah blah, whatever. My dog died. Well, you know what, man? At least you're alive to deal with that. At least you're alive to deal with the problems that you have. So my point being, you have to be a little bit stronger of a person to understand other people. First of all, like you have to understand other people, where they're coming from, and not take that energy on. Because in my position where I'm at, I can if people came to me and just wanted to stomp the fucking good energy out of me all day just by hitting me with what's going on in their life, and how much they hate everything, and if I took that on, I would my wife would probably divorce me. My kids would probably hate me because I'd be bringing that home. So you can't take on that negative energy from other people. So what I'm trying to say is, pick up good energy. And when you hang around like-minded individuals that actually care about you and want to help you grow, they want to help you do well in life, they want to help your mental health. They're just good people, right? So what I'm saying is, you gotta surround yourself with positive individuals. Surround yourself. You will have a better life. You will have a better life, and also block out that negative energy. There's going to be so much negative energy out there that's going to come at you left and right, left and right. And it's up to you to take that energy on or deflect it and give them something positive back, right? It's kind of like if turning the other cheek, as they say. What you have to do is you have to turn the other cheek in a lot of cases in order to make your life better. Like, I think if because we come across negative energy all the time. Stuck in traffic, that's a horrible energy, right? And then you come home, you had a bad day at work, right? Energy. You got stuck in traffic, took you 2 hours. I'm a commuter, so I know how that goes, and I know a lot of people are the same. They commute. They're stuck in traffic, 2 hours. That's also bad energy. People honking at you, cutting in front of you, right? But you can't take that home with you. You have to let it go. Wipe as you wipe your feet off to go into your house. Wipe that same energy off because your family doesn't deserve that. Your family doesn't deserve whatever energy you picked up throughout the day unless it's positive. Now, if you're picking up positive vibes and you're doing good and you had a great day, don't you reflect that on your family? Don't, like, I've done it plenty of times. I've done it plenty of times where it's like, man, I just got paid. I had a great day at work. It's Friday, you know? Like, you have to bring, you know what? That's what you should do. Okay? Every day. I don't care if it's Monday through Thursday. Bring that Friday energy with you home. Bring it home with you because your family will love you more for it. You have that Friday energy even on a tough Monday. It sucked so bad. You're behind on things. Your boss yelled at you. Your employees yelled at you. But wipe your feet off at the door. Leave that there. Leave that there. Bring them good vibes home to your family, and they'll respect you for that. Because you don't want that energy rubbing off on your kids or your family where they resent you for having your job, right? They're going to be like, man, if he's going to act like this towards me, then I don't want him working there. So wipe your feet off, bring home that good energy to your family because they deserve it, and so do you. Let's see here. I was talking about alcohol and quitting cold turkey, and I was watching this video on YouTube. Like and subscribe because I'm on YouTube too. But anyways, it was an intervention video. One thing I like about, because I used to watch intervention on A&E, and it would take them an entire hour to give you the story of somebody who's addicted to crack or meth or alcohol. And like if you watch it on YouTube, like they cut out all of the unnecessary BS and they give it to you straight. And so I was able to watch like an hour's worth of TV in 12 minutes. So go ahead and check that out. But while I was doing that, while I was watching intervention, there was this kid, Native American, and man, this guy was addicted to alcohol. And I felt fairly bad for this kid. He weighed like 140 pounds. 140 pounds just, and then it also said that it popped up across the screen. It said that he spent $200 a week on alcohol. And I was just like, man, as a recovering alcoholic, I'm just like, where is he getting his booze from? $200 a week is cheap. $200, like, is he? what liquor store is this guy going to? Send me the address. I will go there. No, I'm kidding. I think that was pretty funny that they put that he spent $200 a week. I'm like, he's $200. I mean, now if you're buying Steel Reserve $1.99 tall cans and drinking like 20 of those a night, I could see that. Yeah, you're a true alcoholic. You're a true them 8%. Hurricanes and I don't think they sell St. Ides anymore. I haven't seen it, but that's what I used to drink as a kid. I was a little skateboarder and alcoholic and doing all kinds of bad stuff. Bad stuff, man. You know, that's why it's hard for me to discipline my kids sometimes when I find out that they do things that I don't necessarily agree with, you know, but yeah. I mean, this kid, he needed help and I don't think he got it. I don't know. I mean, I watched the 12 minutes of it and I don't really remember because I cracked a beer and I I changed the channel. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, by the way. I hope so. I'm a smart ass. I'm a smart ass for sure. So if you don't like it, don't watch my channel. Just kidding. Please watch my channel. Please like and subscribe. Rowdy Rowdy Talks podcast. So speaking of alcohol, and here's one reason why I don't want to quit is alcohol withdrawals can be deadly. Well, here's why. I found this article and it was talking about alcohol and the dangers of actually like just quitting cold turkey. Like if you quit cold turkey, your body is relying on having that alcohol. Like it's relying. Your body has gotten used to alcohol being in your system as part of your chemical balance. So, but this article goes and says alcohol damages the brain, heart, liver, and pancreas, and it increases the risk of some cancers, such as mouth and bowel cancer. See, it's not always easy in, easy out. So it looks like it'll give you cancer and where you take it and where you let it out. Because I know some of y'all have some of them beer shits. I'm gonna have to bleep that out, but yeah, it also weakens the immune system. I've heard that. I've heard that like if you're alcoholic or you consume large amounts of alcohol, that it drops your immune system. Let's see here. Makes you more vulnerable to infectious diseases such as pneumonia and tuberculosis, and taken in excess, it can kill. I believe that. I've had friends that had alcohol poisoning. It's unfortunate. Let's see. The body adapts to long-term change in order to survive. An example of this is angina. That's a funny word. It's a lot of stuff that, well, there's only one other word that that rhymes with angina. Where the vessels supply the heart with blood become narrow. So that's the narrowing of the vessels that are on your heart, not to your heart. Similarly, there's physiological changes as a result of long-term alcohol abuse. Alcohol suppresses the production of certain neurotransmitters. So that's where the chemicals that carry messages between your nerve cells. So like if you can feel your fingers or whatever. After a while, the body adjusts to these continual presence of high amounts of alcohol by producing more of these neurotransmitters and their receptors. Receptors are what receives the message. These the proteins on the surface of the nerve cell that neurotransmitters latch onto. Reading on. This is kind of all stuff that I went through in anatomy. So the risk of dying from sudden alcohol withdrawal are very real and very high, with estimates ranging from 6% to 25%, depending on their symptoms. Sadly, the unpleasant experience of withdrawal, both physical and mental, causes many addicts to relapse to heavy drinking. If you drink alcohol, it is advisable that you stick to the government guidelines. Yeah, trust the government's guidelines, by the way. They'll never steer you wrong. Stick to the government guidelines of not drinking more than 14 units of alcohol a week. So I'm assuming that's 14 beers, 14 shots, 14 whatever you drink, whatever your drink of choice, whatever your poison is. Don't drink 14, more than 14 in a week, which equates to about 6 pints of lager or 6 glasses of wine. Dude, I could do that in like an hour. 6 pints. Wow, that's that's a lot of information. But and I think about people that are on their New Year's resolution, right? Like, is this something that you think would be difficult for you? Because I see it as being an alcoholic is more than just wanting your drug, wanting your drink. I think it's deeper, and it's deeper rooted inside you. Like, there's something that is anchoring you down to drink alcohol. There's something that is keeping you drinking. There's something that is allowing you to kill yourself by drinking all the time. There's something inside of you, and it's not just you. I don't believe that you can just completely stop and tell yourself that you got it, you can do it, right? Because people have triggers, right? So, like I said, I can stop. When I was training in MMA, I quit for I could 10 years straight, and to me that's easy. That's easy because I found something else that I was interested in. That was my vice. So I didn't have to drink, right? Because I had a different goal. I was going to be an MMA fighter, a Thai boxer. I was gonna do it all, right? And that's what I wanted to do. So I chose that over drinking. So now, like, for me, it's like I've been trying to do sober January, or what do they call it, dry January. And what I've been doing is I've been drinking a lot of Coke Zeros and Sprite Zeros, stuff with no sugar, but because it has that bubbly, it's almost like an alcoholic drink, right? So, like, I find something in its place. So if you're an alcoholic, you're looking for something in its place to make you feel better, right? And to me, it's just the bubbliness, right? It doesn't give me the same effect. It doesn't give me the same feeling as when I drink alcohol, but it's something. It's something. I mean, soda's not good for you either way, but is it better than alcohol? I believe so. I mean, it's zero sugar, zero caffeine. Like, it's just kind of bubbly water that tastes like Coke or that tastes like Sprite. Yeah, I mean, alcoholism is very it runs in my family. It does. Like I said, I was 13 when I shared a beer with my dad. Now, his reasonings behind that was because he would rather have me try alcohol at home with him in the safety of his care, I guess you could say. And I mean, I thought it was cool. I was like, man, I get to drink a beer with my dad, and he drank Budweiser, like nasty ass Budweiser. I don't know if many of my listeners drink, but Budweiser as a kid, like, but see, that's the other thing too. Like, with alcohol, like, some of it tastes so horrible, but it gives you that feeling that you're looking for. It gives you that rush. It gives you that adrenaline. It gives you that feeling of comfort, and your inhibitions are lowered, right? And I think that's why people drink, because there's a lot going on out in the real world, right? Like, there's a lot that goes on. There's so many pressures that you have to deal with, that you have to live up to in the real world. So when you come home, you just want to decompress, and you want to have that drink. You want to forget about all that bad energy, right? That you kind of brought home with you, and you want to drown your sorrows and those bad energies in that drink. And so I get it. I do, right? Because I've been there before, and I just think that maybe you need to find something. You need to find something else that's going to help you. And that's all within inside yourself, because nobody everybody could tell you have a problem. Your boss, your wife, your kids can tell you that you have a problem, right? And that they want you to get help. But it's all within inside you. Like, do you want that change, right? Do you want it? Do you want to change for your family? Do you want that? Because a lot of people don't care about what their family thinks. They don't care. They want that next rush, that next high, that comforting feeling of doing that Jack Daniels, doing that shot of Jack Daniels that gives them comfort where they feel like they can relax. And a lot of people aren't willing to give that up. They're not. Now, like I said, we all deal with tons of issues, outside energies that come into our life, but ultimately, you have to ask for help in order to get out of the situation that you're in. So, and the reason I know that is because I've been in that situation where you feel like you hit rock bottom. There was nothing else for you to do, but end it all. And I came very close to that. More than a few times. And I've had people close to me that have successfully ended their life. Okay? Because ultimately, no matter what, friends could talk, parents could talk to you, your kids could tell you what's wrong. But if you don't see it for yourself, if you don't acknowledge that you have that problem or that it's hurting your family, then you're never going to change. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I hit rock bottom once. I lost my dad. I didn't care about my job. I hate to say it, but I was only thinking about myself. I didn't care about my kids. I didn't care about what my next move was. I didn't care because there was no next step for me. And what I had to do is I had to realize, like, my kids need me. Yeah, my dad's gone, but I need to be here for my kids because I am somebody's dad. I am my kid's dad. And I had to go get help. And I got help. I called this is kind of tough for me to talk about, but I called suicide hotline because things were really rough. And sometimes things get they can get the best of you. And if you let them get the best of you, you're done. You're done. And I didn't want to be done. I've been fighting my whole life. Fighting with people like combat shit, fighting in the Marines, fighting addiction, fighting what's best for me. Because a lot of people do that, right? Like you fight kind of like what's good for you. You do. But yeah, I pretty much was on the verge of losing it all, and I had to call. But it was the best decision that I ever fucking made in my life because it kept me alive. I went and got help, and because as a kid, my dad was very hard on me. Suck it up. Be a fucking man. Quit fucking crying. Right? That's what I heard all the time. Then I joined the Marines. What do I hear? Suck it the fuck up. You're a Marine. You're a Marine, goddammit. Fucking suck it up. There's no fucking crying in the Marine Corps. So when you're kind of raised like that, and I got asked too, like when I finally went and talked to, so I was pretty fucked up, okay? They had me talking to a psychiatrist and a therapist twice a week. So that was 4 appointments. 4 appointments each week that I was talking to somebody. And but like I said, it saved my life. So damn, fucking eyelash or something. I don't know. Something's in my eye. But yeah, it changed my life. So I forgot where I was going with this, but like, because when you have to share like some kind of deep part of you, right? Because like when I talk on camera and I talk on my podcast, it's not necessarily a persona, right? But like I'm bringing the best of me to the camera or to the microphone. Like so like for me to do this, I'm just not. I wasn't prepared for that, right? I just started ranting and I kind of got into my feelings and that's what happened. But yeah, I mean, sometimes life gets the best of you and you just have to fight back. I mean, I just felt like everything was crushing me, right? It was like that foot. I felt like it just knocked me down, right? Life knocked me down. And it just had that foot. Big old devil foot just smushing down on my chest while I'm on my back and just holding me down. So those are the things that I just feel like it takes a lot of you to go do those things. It takes a lot out of you to go do those things. That took a lot out of me to go ask for help. But I think the thing for me is I had lost so many good people in my life, to taking their own life, right? I know more than a few that have taken their own life. And I saw that and I just didn't want that. I didn't want that for me. I didn't want that for my kids. I didn't want any of that. I didn't want my kids to think I was a quitter, right? I didn't want to be a quitter of life, because that's what you turn into. That's what you turn into. And sometimes, people take their own lives because they're addicted to something. The ones I know that took their own life, they were drinking alcohol. They were drinking alcohol or they were high on drugs. And that to me is enough reason to quit. That for me is enough reason to take a step back and look at my life and the things I've accomplished, and not only accomplished, but how happy I've made my family. So you just got to think about it. Like I said, you don't have to be a veteran or with PTSD like myself. Like it don't matter, man. I'm talking about people in general that are addicted to alcohol or drugs. Find something else. Find something in yourself to say you're better than that. Find something in its placement. Get help. Get therapy. Talk to somebody. That's the best thing to do. I swear to God, it's so hard because, like I said, when I got told, suck it up, you're a Marine. Hey, suck it up by my dad. You're a fucking man. Why are you crying? Like, men don't cry. Like, forget all that bullshit, man. Forget all of that. That's all macho talk, man. I know some fucking killers out there that fucking cry, that are addicted, that need help. Like it's not about that. Like, get over that. Get over that old school mentality that tough guys don't cry, tough guys don't ask for help. No, they do. I'm telling you right now, I'm a tough motherfucker, and I fucking ask for help, right? Because I wanted to continue being a tough motherfucker. I wanted to be that for my kids. I want to be that for my family. Be that for my friends. So, anyways, I didn't even mean to get into this. I was gonna read some freaking news stories, and I kind of went off on a damn tangent. I went off, man. Oh my God. I didn't even record the audio. Oh my God. Okay. So anyways, let me see here. 35 minutes. Shit, I've been talking for 35 minutes. All right, folks. Yeah, I was going to go over some of these. Let's go over a story here. Here's a funny one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Probably because I've been here and I know how nuts it is. But this one's saying cops hunt disgusting tourist filmed having sex on busy road after Christmas bender in Sin City. So this Sin City is not the Sin City you're thinking about. It's not Las Vegas. If you can think of one other place that's more wild than Las Vegas, it's Pattaya Beach, Thailand. Okay, I've been there. It's wild. And this story goes, Thai police are hunting a disgusting foreigner caught on camera having public sex with a prostitute during an all-night booze bender. How did it? And what appears to be a trend of 2022, a blonde tourist was filmed romping roadside with a paid sex worker around 4 a.m. Christmas Day. Dang. He was stuffing the Christmas turkey on the streets. I seen the video, by the way, and it is, this fool he gives 0 Fs, like zero. He even waves to the dude that's filming him. Shocking security camera shows the horny holiday maker getting down and dirty by the side of a busy road with the pair appearing unbothered by passing traffic. The woman was also seen performing oral on the man as multiple cars zoomed by their offensive alfresco antics. I don't think that's alfresco, bro. Like, you're in Thailand. That's El Fishy, bro. Meanwhile, the uninhibited pair was also spotted by an outraged homeless man who immediately reported the incident to the police. Look, homeless dude, that's probably the only sex you're getting is by watching. So why are you going to hate, dude? You're homeless. The 50-year-old eyewitness described the male as a disgusting foreigner who appeared to be intoxicated. Everybody's a disgusting foreigner in other countries, okay? They were sitting there doing it for 30 minutes. Wow. 30 minutes, bro. You must have been on that. You must be whiskey dicking. Because, 30 minutes, man. Good for you. They didn't care about cars going by. They could even see me watching them, but they were too drunk to care. If you could see this video, it's pretty disgusting. It is. I'm laughing about it and I'm making light of it, but these guys are like right under the street light, pretty busy street, and they're just performing this act. Pretty crazy. It also said the guy was from England. He just doesn't care. So, anyways, that was a pretty funny story. And then we also have, you know what? I saw this story and I wanted to report on it because I think as a parent, like reading this story is really sad. And this it says mom dies trying to save daughter who was 6 from burning New Jersey home. It says Jackie Montaro, 40, initially escaped the blaze at her home in Hazlitt, New Jersey, but she went back inside to rescue her youngest child. Now that's bravery at its best. For sure. A mom and her young daughter have died after their family home in a New Jersey went up in flames last week. The deadly fire broke out in Brookside in the early morning hours of Friday. It says William, the husband, William said that he and his eldest daughter, Elena, 8, were able to escape the blaze. Jackie, 40, who escaped as well, but she ran back inside to rescue Madeline, according to CBS. 3 people, a firefighter and the 2 victims were inside the home, were transported to a nearby hospital. Jackie and Madeline eventually died from their injuries sustained in the fire. The family's dog, a golden doodle named Duchess, also died in the fire. Her husband says, I am heartbroken. I have lost the love of my life, my beautiful wife, Jackie, and my sweet, loving, spunky little girl, Madeline. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine losing the love of your life, first of all, and a child, a daughter at that. I'm not saying boys are better at losing, but, like my daughters are my everything. Like I can't imagine losing 2 people that you love very, very much. And that you can only feel helpless. You can only feel helpless because you're the man of the house and you should be protecting your girls. And to let that go, I can't even imagine. I can speculate, I can give my opinion, but I can't imagine of what this guy's going through. Or the daughter, his 8-year-old daughter that got out as well. Like, she has to live with that as well. She lost her sister, her sibling, and her mother when she almost didn't have to lose her mom. But her mom wanted to go back in and at least attempt to save her daughter. And unfortunately, she perished. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's sad. She's a hero. Like, I'll say that right off the top. She's a hero. She's a hero. She completed her mission. She probably went back inside and, that was it for her. That was it. So, wow. This has been an emotional episode. I didn't mean to bring anybody down. I hope I didn't. I hope that you tune in next week because I want to continue giving you. See, and that's the thing is like I want to give you real talk, real rowdy talks. Like I want everything to be real. Like I said, this is me when I'm on this microphone, when I'm in front of this camera. This is me. I'm nobody else. I like I said, I do have a little. I'm gonna give you the best of me every time that I can. I might have my off days. I might be boring some days. I might say something that you don't like on certain days, and hey, that's fine. It's the same with anybody. But I think I'll end it right there. I appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. I appreciate you guys listening on to my podcast on Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. I'm on everything. So go ahead and like and subscribe this video. I'll be bringing these weekly. And same thing with the podcast. I'll be bringing these weekly. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll try to stop saying when I'm talking, which I think I did fairly well this time. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Our country is in serious trouble.